Hi guys, welcome to our school of practice. Okay, as we're planning today to study the for loops and then to practice how to push our repo, create a repo, and then how to push them to our GitHub. So today, we start with understanding our loop in Python, and then from there, then we'll upload those files to our GitHub. Okay, let's create the file. Class pi. Okay, maybe first uh, we should explain what is loop. Loop in Python, it has two main uh, loop has two types of loops in Python. Okay, there's nobody joining us. Loops has two types of loops. I mean, Python has two types of loops, which is while loops and for loop. The different just a few things on we use for loops if we have a limit, or we know a limited number. It's either the list of things we know, and then we can prefer to use for loops because we know, okay, it's gonna run certain number of times, say maybe 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, and then we use a while loop if we do not know exactly when our list or when our needs it's going to end. Why are loops important in programming? Loops play a role in something like ATM when we do our transition, when we put our numbers, keep on repeating, asking, okay, this is what you want, what you want, or when we're creating when we created our password in our phone, when it's okay, we tried how many times? Okay, once, 2 times, counting down until then. So roughly we use loops on those kind of things. Or maybe when we have our data set, when it's gonna count on the columns and rows. Okay, how many rows did you ran? How many rows did you looking for to count on our data set? So we try to create a file, a loop, for loop, and a while loop, and then after we have created those files, and then we create a repo to upload it. I would like to maybe in that repo, maybe I can make some of us to be our contributors so that you can edit when time goes on. Okay, let me create a loop. I will start maybe with the while loop. Input our nav import command. Let's say enter your name or Q to quit. This is our while loop. While not.
I say you were working on terminated. Besides, no woman should have more power.
Previously. Hello. Why not name quite to you in the name is name input enter on Q. thanks. Bye. I hope it's going to run. Let me save it. We're asking, okay, we have created a variable name with a method input. We ask to so that we put the name that we want, or if you want to quit, we put Q. And then we use a while loop, a keyword while with another keyword not or logical wait not name is equal to Q. Our Q, we use comparison double equal because one equal, it means we are assigning it. So we're giving it a value, but here we're comparing it. If you press Q, the computer know, okay, that's what you want, Q. And then if you enter your okay, then enter your name, and then once you put your name, it's gonna ask you again, enter your name, blah blah blah, until it's gonna run. It's gonna run until you put Q in order to stop. So I'm gonna run it on terminal. I think others they did not know. You see those 3 dots there on top. I think others they already have a terminal available on it. But if it doesn't, if your ID does not have, you can just put your terminal. You go to the 3 dots, click. Then it's gonna say, and then you press your new terminal. Then it's go to. For me, I'll need to go direction to where the work is. Then let's see the Python. Think this is then see Python. I wanna run the script now or the file. Let's class. It say enter your name or cute. I'm gonna put Simanga. Enter your name. I'm gonna put Biki Bikuzi. Enter your name. And I put Nompi. Still ask me enter your name, but I wanna quit now, so I'm going to press Q. It said thanks, bye. So our loop ran because we realized that it does not have a limited number of lists that you wanted. Just as long as you provide something, you keep on asking until you stop it. That's how loop run. Then so we're gonna create a file for try to run a for loop. A for loop. Students. I'm creating a list of students. Let's say Ubuntu. To a small sum. I want to print the list of the students we have. We have 4 number of students. We can check the number of them using the len method. Student. Len method is checking how many how many this variable or this list has how many number does it have in its list. And then I'm gonna go with for loop. You use keyword for, and then you create a counter or the number that you wanna use. Okay, sorry, I think there's someone. Which program to use to set up website? And which program to use to set up website? To set up a website or to create a website? Usually
Create the website.
Okay. There's a lot of program that they do. I think we can do with Python. Python can do a web developer. We can do JavaScript. We can do with a normal one. It's HTML, the ancient one, HTML and CSS. Students.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Students. Print. Sorry. Students. Here we created a list of students, which is Nobuntu, Musa, Nobilo, and Peggy. We print how many students we have. It should give us 4, if I'm not mistaken. And then we run a loop to print them. Who are those students? So we use for loop. We use for a keyword for loop. And then students. See, there's a different. The first one we typically use the first one of the list. It use S. It means the plural. And then for this on the for loop, it uses student without an S. So individual one. For loop is case sensitive, and if you put a capital S, it will read as a different one. Like here, let me see if I put the capital S. See, it shows a warning, an error, because it's no longer the same as the top S that is there on top. So I'm gonna put it back. I think it should run. Okay, it's gonna count how many it's gonna run. It should read first. That's okay. The students in students, print the first students, which will be this one, no Ubuntu, and then the students come back until you finish. Until finish, how many students we have? You can see it gave us 4. Can't determine students in that list, the 4 of them, and then it said, okay, let's print those students that with Ubuntu, Musa, and Nompilo and Pig. Programming, or most of the programming languages, when they print, when they count, especially you count indexes, index start as 0. Like this. Okay, let's see. I will limit index to see my index now. The print now start from the beginning, so it means the new line. So I wanna separate. Okay, let's just put this one. I wanna do another loop for let's say I in range. Range, it's a weight of Python. Usually count the numbers. So there's something I wanna print. Let me start printing this. I'm creating a loop that will show us a value, or where the number of the students from Ubuntu to Musa. So if you want to print Musa, Ubuntu is at 0. So let's see, it's gonna print. It should print Ubuntu because the computer starts from 0 to. Or is it as NMNNT? What's done? Okay, for print.
It should be students there, because you see you're using students, so it's gonna get
Oh,
the
yeah.
first index. Yeah.
Thanks. But it ran 4 times, so I think because of my loop, I'm using students there. but it's printing the first Ubuntu on our the first index, which is 0. So if I put 3, it should print big because it says 0, 1, 2, 3. From there, okay, we wanted to use for loops in the I, variable I in range. Range is a keyword of Python where it counts the number. When I put 3, let's see what this print. What is going to print? Let's see, it started from, because we put the 3 range. So we wanted to put 3 indexes, start from 0, 1, 2, 3. And then also there is a when you wanted 3 to 1, you put a range between 1 and 5. And then when on Python, the 1 is inclusive and then 5 is exclusive. So it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't print 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will say that's how for loop and while loop are being used on Python. This is generally the standard of for loop. So maybe I'll try to use a white box. That where is that white box? Where do you get white box now? Because I wanted to throw the flow chart. How does it work? Maybe it's much more clear if we was on chat. Okay, let me just put in the screen. Hi, Nobuntu. You can speak.
Hi, I wanted to know if you can use GitHub for Python. Like we have an assignment for Python. Can you do it on GitHub?
Yeah, I think because once we're done with this, because I'm done with this, I'm just going to explain now the flow part. How does the Python goes until it decides which one to choose. Once we're done with this, and then I'm gonna upload it to GitHub.
Oh, okay.
Python is just writing the application, then from that application you upload to GitHub so that other people they can access this, or you can save them there.
Oh, okay.
Mm. Pardon my drawing. Ngafundiswa ugogo ukudrawa so. This is condition. The one we're talking about. Okay, maybe start with the for loop one. I mean a while loop. This is the condition and so on, and then it's here a statement that needs to be chosen. statement is like a if statement. If it's true, it goes in the search until print. If the first condition is false, it travel and go and ask this one. The second statement. And if it's true, and then it print it out. That's how they come. So if the first statement is counted, is checked, and then it says, okay, this one is true, goes out, and if it's not, it goes to the next one. Oh, is this one true? Okay. I hope this one was clear. Maybe I'll try to like here. It says enter the name. The name was true. Okay, you press the name of Simanga. It says true. Print it. You say okay. The name. You press the name Ubuntu. Say okay, it's true, and then you press Q. And then it says okay, what not name is true because there's a negation of the name. If it's true, if that while not is true, you're gonna put Q, and then it's gonna say okay, true print this side. It's not gonna go to the next one. But we say okay, if it's not named Q, and then you say okay, this is true. This is false. So it's gonna ask you to put again the name, again, until you say okay, this is false. Okay, let me run it again. Enter your name. Tato for being late. Okay, your name again. Your name again. And so now we want to make it true. So we say you want to make it true. Now we must say when we're going there checking the statement, it's okay. This is false. It's keep on going to the second one. Keep on going to the keep on asking again, keep on asking again. Now we want to make it true. We put Q, we say we want to quit. Thanks, bye. So now it became, we went back and asked, okay, this is true, and then go there and print it. So we say, okay, we are done with our project. We want to upload our project and save it to GitHub. We go to GitHub. GitHub. How do you remove this thing? You go to GitHub. You can still see my screen.
Yes.
So you go to GitHub, okay, different way. You can go to, okay, you go to repositories. You create the new. You go here. You get here. So what you can just say it and a class. Check is it available? Is it fine? Yes, for readability sake, let me put underscore here. Daily class on public, and then say create the repo. This, if you want to clone it, you see this GitHub, this is a HTTPS URL. This one, let class GitHub. You copy it. You want to clone it so that you can put it on our local machine. So we can see here. Okay, let me click. See, please clone. Cloning. if you set up your your GitHub, put your security, it's going to ask you for a password or ID, your SSH ID, and then it will allow to clone. But if you never start, it's just going to go through. You can see now your warning. You appear to have cloned an empty repository. Remember, our repository were empty. Remember, the repo that we created, it was empty. So we have, if you ls is you check the list in the folder that you're working on. Take our ls. Okay, this is the late class 2 we did, and this class py we did. Then it's supposed to see the folder of the one that we drew. But what was the name of it? So late class, you see there's the first one. We created it 4 to 7. This late class, this is the folder that you can see. We must cd to it. We must go to inside it. cd it. Yes. We are on the folder now. You see the folder is empty. I'm just gonna copy this one manually. The one that the copy, I'm running out of 10. Okay, let me just copy this through and put it in the folder that we created, and that's put it inside there, and then I go back the ls to check the list. See now I got those folder, put them inside the folder that I created or the repo, which is list class. Normally we create a readme. I'm used to VM. Yeah. Okay, readme. So I want to create a readme. Creating inside there a readme file. A readme file, it's the file that tells us about our project. Yes. This for loop and it's app red machine. The author and then we save it. We go back to our terminal. We search. You see now we have readme. Let us the for loop and while loop that we're doing, and then that readme folder. And now we're gonna git config global user dot name. Then git config. You're telling your machine that it must not worry. You know the system that you're working on. And then now you say it. Now we're editing the file that we were working on. So git add. In order to not type each one, readme latest p1, we just say GitHub space dot. It needs to upload all of them. So and then now we say git commit. You're telling your colleagues that you're gonna work with. Hey, I'm committing. I did this and this. Say I did for loops while loop like, and then close the enter. The files change and the iteration provided the file that we created on you. Say git status to check your status and not your HIV status. Okay, so your branch has been unoriginal, but everything is gone. So nothing to commit because you haven't pushed it. So now you want to push it to your repo. The git push and it asks you for a password security sake. Voila, we are done. We just work on our for loops, and then we work on how to upload the work that we did on the computer to the GitHub. So let's go and check if did it make any change. See now, before repos there were 60, now there's 61. This is our class that we're working on. This is what we uploaded. Readme, let class 2, and then these are the people who are working on. This is how you work on your GitHub, and then when we need to upload it on our website, you just hit this highlight, this URL, this link. Hope we can put it on your assignment submission. And we have 4 minutes. If you have any question, you may ask. Or
Peggy,
if someone want to add on.
sorry.
Yes.
How do you follow someone on GitHub?
In GitHub, if you have a GitHub, and then I think you go to, let me see, you go to their profile and follow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Follow us. You click on them, and then there's an option to follow. I think no people follow.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm. If there's someone also want to add on, that can add, or any question if one asks. Okay, I think there's an inbox. How are you going to share the recording? Yes, I'm going to share the. Yes, I'm going to share the recording most. I'm sorry to Rose, you came late. I think it wasn't that much long ago. So are we good? Or was I know I'm always fast. I'm usually fast, but we can always check the video, or we can ask us in our group. I think Peggy and thanks, Subra. Says on the follow-ups, was it clear? or maybe either they came late. While loop is it clear? Oh, okay. Let me see if I can add it with just 1 minute left. In that repo, I can add people as our. And now to you, I think. Peggy, can I how to add people for contribution in a repo? Yeah, that's collaborator. Yeah. Okay, I have less than a minute. Which email? Who can give me an email? Send me an email. I want just add to the as a contributor, and then we can keep on working on it.